Good morning and welcome to another Thursday Thought. You know, every time I sit down to write another Thursday Thought, I think back over the week's highlights and I try to decide if I'm going to write about one of those or maybe select some other topic for discussion with you. But most of the highlights of my week aren't really what one would call highlights. They're just points in time that for some reason I can recall. Take this week, for example. Monday morning was occupied first with a visit to my primary care doctor regarding some lower back pain I was having. Later, to church office, I began my notes for the Bible class that I'll be teaching this coming Sunday. Monday was also the day after keeping 4 of our grandkids for the weekend. Pat and I were pretty tired on Monday. However, we couldn't rest because 2 more of the grands would be dropped off that evening to spend 24 hours with us Monday night and Tuesday. So we mustered our strength and we also welcomed those 2 grandkids to stay with us. Tuesday, I helped move some furniture for a client of ICTSOS, someone who had just moved into an apartment and they needed some donated furniture moved there. I volunteer for ICTSOS from time to time as I can, and they asked if I could help. I was happy to do that. I also pretty much finished my Bible class notes on Tuesday and started to review them. And I stopped at Office Depot and I bought a new office chair. That old chair was literally falling apart, having served me here for the past 13 or so years. I took the new chair home and I put it together. You know, nothing comes already assembled anymore. Wanted to take it to church the next day. The grands that came on Monday night went back to Dad and Mom Tuesday evening, and Pat and I pretty much, we were done for the night following dinner at home. Yesterday, Wednesday, was a day of cold and wind yet again. You know, it seems like we've had more than our share of that kind of weather this year, but at least now the cold doesn't last more than a day or so, and the snow doesn't stick to the ground, at least in southern Kansas. Yesterday was also the day that we found mostly expired food piled at our church door, sometime overnight or early in the morning. Some of that food is so old that we can't use it, and we certainly will not give it away to anyone else. Instead, we'll be throwing most of it away. I was so irked about all of that, I wrote a Facebook post about it, put it on my timeline. We can't use expired food, and we wouldn't insult our clients by giving it to them anyway. I also brought the new office chair to work, and I exchanged chairs, throwing away the old chair because it wasn't good for anyone or anything anymore. The new chair sits higher than the old one and has a better lumbar support than the old one did. I'm hoping that I'll soon become comfortable in it and my lower back will positively respond to the support that I got with the chair. I got some medication at the neighborhood pharmacy yesterday for myself and my wife. We use a locally owned pharmacy just up the street from the church. It's convenient and it provides great customer recognition and service. Oh, public service announcement here. Please use a locally owned pharmacy if you at all can do so. The service is better, they need your business, and prices are comparable and sometimes even less. Today, because the wind has died down, I was able to put some bird seed out on the upper deck, and I also filled the bird water dish. Yesterday, boy, it was so windy yesterday that anything I would have put out would have blown away in a matter of minutes. I don't have a lot of bird seed left from the winter months, and I'd like to make good use of it in what remains in the late winter and these early spring days. I'm also typing this Thursday Thought for you today, and I'm wondering what the rest of the day is going to be like. It's been quiet so far today, as it has been pretty much all week. It's bill paying time at home for us right now as we receive our retirement checks this week. So I'll be doing that this weekend and hoping that there will be some money left to live on after the bills are paid. Well, there you have it. Those were pretty much the highlights of the week, and as you can see, there was nothing earth-shattering this week. No skydiving, no deep-sea fishing, no exotic vacations to even more exotic Pacific islands, just life, just living, just doing the things. There's an enjoyment that I get from being able to do the things, doing those things that are a part of everyday life. One of these days, I'll no longer be able to do the things. Someone else will have to do them. Either that or there'll be no more things to do. I suspect that I will eventually enjoy that too, because eventually I'll have other things to do, things in the hereafter that God has promised for me to do. Because you see, I believe that the hereafter is not going to be a floating on a cloud in the great beyond kind of existence, but rather it's going to be in the new heavens and the new earth, that I will inhabit a body that will not break down or wear out, and that I'll have meaningful and wonderful things to see and to do. I think I'm looking forward to that day more and more, as in the here and now I can and sometimes want to do less and less. May God bless you this week as you do the things that come your way.